Hello YouTube, hello my subscribers, and hello to TheBonkINC. First I want to thank TheBonkINC for making another great video yesterday. He does a lot of videos about the gaming industry and where it's going. And he does a very good job at it. I really compliment you on making those videos. Making that kind of videos is not really not my thing. My mind works a bit very incoherent. So I can talk about games and make reviews. That's a little bit not a problem. But when it comes giving my opinion on some the subjects, that's much harder. But after the video you posted yesterday, I just had my say to do my say as well. I'm gonna call this video with the name of the one person that made me decide to make this video. And the person that made me decide to make this video is Mr. Alex Hutchinson. He is a developer for Ubisoft. And Mr. Alex Hutchinson, who works on Assassin's Creed, made the following statement. I have the quotes over here. Just think about how many Japanese games are released where their stories are literally gibberish. So Mr. Alex Hutchinson thinks that Japanese games, their stories are literally gibberish. And of course I strongly disagree with Mr. Hutchinson. And that's the name I'm gonna put upside as title for my video, and I hope more people will do that. So that he checks his own name on YouTube. He finds all these kinds of videos of people who are not pleased with his comments. Yeah, you mentioned in your video we can make a long list of games, of Japanese games, and I just grabbed a number of games which I want to show to Mr. Hutchinson and ask them if you think those stories are literally gibberish. Then after the Ubisoft I want to talk a little bit about Bioware and where that's going. I want to talk a little bit about EA and a little bit about Sony and the digital age we are going to enter. First the Ubisoft, Mr. Hutchinson. I've picked a few games from my collection, and which I'm proud of is 90% Japanese origin. So let us walk through a few titles and see literally gibberish storylines. We have Chrono Trigger, literally gibberish. We have the Golden Sun series on the Game Boy Advance, and now Dog Dawn on the Nintendo. Story literally gibberish. You have Atlas, Digital Devil Saga, story little gibberish. Of course I just pick one, Final Fantasy X, of a great Final Fantasy series when the graphics were less important than the storyline. Stories are literally gibberish. Lunar, Silver Star story, literally gibberish. The Breath of Fire series, literally gibberish. Jeanne d'Arc, another game by Atlas, also Japanese, story literally gibberish. Legend of Heroes series, literally gibberish. Ys, the collection, all those games, stories are literally gibberish. Star Ocean, First Departure, Second Evolution, The Last Hope, stories are literally gibberish. Blue Dragon, another Japanese great game, literally gibberish. The Tales of series, and I'm glad in 2 weeks the latest Tales of is gonna be released in Europe. But Tales of series, literally gibberish. Kingdom Hearts, it's Japanese developer. Stories are literally gibberish. More Kingdom Hearts. Devil Saga we already had. Rogue Galaxy. Story literally gibberish. What about the Dragon Quest series, Mr. Hutchinson? Are those stories literally gibberish as well? Persona 3, 4, 2, 1. Story literally gibberish. Well, here's 4. Here I'll show you what is literally gibberish. A Western RPG. Fable. That's literally gibberish. That's what you Western producers can produce these days. So that's just a few random picks of a few random Japanese games which you think all are literally gibberish. Well, Mr. Hutchinson, I cannot agree with you on that. Which I think is gibberish is what you have done to this series. Heroes of Might and Magic 3 was a great game, but that was from 3DO. Then we had 4, was still okay. Then Ubisoft came with Might and Magic Heroes of Might and Magic 5 and 6. Those are really junk games, and those are gibberish. What you turn that series into is unbelievable. The same you did with Silent Hunter. Silent Hunter 3 was one of the best submarine games I've ever played. But then Ubisoft had to mess around with Silent Hunter 4 and 5. That's gibberish. Another one, the Anno series. Started as real strategical games. What you turn that into is no more strategy. You only look at the graphics, but strategy. And I picked another few titles from your company called Ubisoft. And you seem only able to create games with violence. Ghost Recon, Assassin's Creed, Rainbow Six, Brothers in Arms. And you just bring them out 1, 2, 3, part 6, 7, 8. It's all violent, violent, violent. So for me at the moment, and for the last few years, Ubisoft itself is literally gibberish. Well, that's the part about Ubisoft. Then we have another nice candidate, Bioware. Bioware says the internet is wrong. Fans actually want Day 1 DLC. I can notice EA bought you and you completely lost touch with all the gamers, at least I think the reasonable thinking gamers. You really lost touch. You're selling a game on a CD, and when you go to the stores you say, oh, what of this game can we take out of the game and put it in a Day 1 DLC, so they can pay extra money for the game. And more about DLC, releasing costumes for $3 or €3. It's just another texture on a costume, and you try to sell it. And there are lots of gamer zombies who buy DLC from you, and that goes above my understanding. Gamer Rant, he made lovely videos. He closed his account. It's such a shame. He invented the word gamer zombies, and like he said, in the early days we bought a game and we got extra costumes or items by unlocking them, by completing the game, or fulfilling special quests, or finding hidden items. But today it's all about money. The art form is gone. Indeed, games has become a product for profit, and it's no more art. Another thing is graphics are more important these days than than story or gameplay. Also big disappointment. What I also wanted to mention about BioWare is how they forgot how they were made big. Baldur's Gate 2, Neverwinter Nights, Dragon Age 1, Mass Effect 1. And yeah, it looks a bit rubbish, but BioWare, this is what made you great. Releasing great games with manuals. Let's see, 201 pages manuals. And what you release today in manuals is 9 pages, in which 3 are English, 3 are French, and 3 in German. So these days we get a 9-page manual and in which 3 are English. But these games have made you great. But now you're working with EA, releasing games like Mass Effect 2 and 3 and Dragon Age 2. Dragon Age 2 has nothing to do with Dragon Age series. Totally nothing. Dragon Age 1 was such amazing game. And then you come with that piece of garbage. I cannot compare it to games of your old days anymore. What you're releasing now, you lost me as customer. I am very glad we still have Exceed and Atlas. I'm glad they are still making games, and which the most of them are amazing games. And Namco Bandai as well. I do not like fighting games, but RPGs like Tales of, Legend of Heroes. I'm glad we still have those companies for the games we like. And then a little bit about our big friend EA. It's no miracle you got voted to worst company of 2012 in the United States of America. Especially when your president comes to the press conference at the Gamescom in the USA, stating that on the older consoles, when we bought a game. But now when you buy a game, you buy it with so many extras. Yeah, extra DLCs. Extra costumes, $3. An extra weapon, $5. A new ending to a game. It's not EA, but let's say Final Fantasy 13-2. You don't like the ending? Oh, we have made another ending for you. You just pick another one, pay a few dollars, and you have the ending you like. No. Indeed, on the old consoles we bought a game and we had a game. 100% finished product. Unlockables, everything was okay. But the way it's turning now, especially with EA game, I promised myself I will not buy another EA game, and luckily I do not have to buy them because there's not an EA game I like anyway. So that's not so hard for me. But buying downloadable contents or EA games, no, not for my money. And the last part is about Sony, where it's all going. The first thing that amazed me was, of course, the Sony has made a patent, and the patent holds that they are going to pause games for advertising. Another great idea. So I can bet you money that on the PlayStation 4 you buy a game, let's say Persona 4 Arena, a good fighting game, and you are in a battle with the AI, and then a message pops up on your screen while fighting. 3, 2, 1, then the game stops. You get to see a pizza advertisement or whatever for 20 seconds, and then you get thrown back into the game. Well, I don't think that's a good idea. And another one from the Sony is we're all going to the digital age. So it will not take long before we will not have any physical copies of our games. It will all be digital downloadable only. So when your game console breaks, or your hard disk fails, or you buy a new console, it's goodbye to the games you have downloaded. And with physical copies, I can still play PlayStation 1 titles, PlayStation 2 titles, whenever I like. But when it's all going digital, for me that's gonna be the end. So I'm glad I have a lot of games I have not played yet. I played like 10 or 15% of the games I have. So I can go on for years to come without having to make the step for pauses in my game or digital downloads, which are not interesting to me anymore. So that's a bit the statements I wanted to make. And yeah, again, this is not my type of video, but with Mr. Alex Hutchinson, it for me that pushed me over the edge to make one video, title it with his name in it. Also Bioware, EA and Sony, a bit title like that, and it will do not much good, because it's where it's going all, it's unstoppable. But Ubisoft, they have to work on their own games instead of commenting on other style of games or from other countries. So if anyone is still watching, thank you for watching. I can understand some people will not agree on something or anything, but that's we all have our opinion, and if you disagree, please be gentle with your comments, or mature. We can have discussions, but in a good fashion way. Thank you for watching, everybody, and see you next time.